It's The Drive on The Fan.
It is The Drive. Greetings, salutations, and good morning, sports fans from the Finley Hyundai studio. I'm Devin Dixon alongside my good buddy, Paulie Ratliff, who says he's in a great mood this morning.
Yes.
That remains to be seen. We'll see if he's still feeling that way at the end of the show. The odds are 50-50. And the boss, the real boss this morning, keeping Paul out of trouble, keeping me in and out of breaks, and trying to keep
Busting
some
kneecaps.
sort of cohesiveness in the studio.
The
one and only-
enforcer.
the enforcer.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
the
The
enforcer.
enforcer, Tara Atkin. TA, good morning. Paulie, good morning. Let's go. Best thing we saw in sports. We're getting into the fun part of the year. We're getting all excited. We've got some great guests today. Ty Hyatt of the defending 3A state champ Cedar Reds is going to be by at 7:30. The Cedar fans, you won't want to miss that. I know we've been playing back a lot of our Region 9 Media Day, and I know Cedar's not in the region anymore in football, but we'll see him in all the other sports. But we've invited Coach Hyatt to hop on. They play tomorrow night. They play one of the 3 high school opening night games against Wasatch on Thursday night, where most of the state opens up on Friday night. So we want to get Coach Hyatt on the show today because tomorrow will be game day preparations and all those things. Also, Trevor Allen of KSL Sports will preview Lone Peak coming down to take on Crimson on Friday night. And we're going to talk about the new partnership with the UHSAA and KSL streaming and television, if you have not heard about that and everything going on. And we're excited because we do have a little bit of a partnership with KSL Sports. So that'll be about 8:15 second hour. But let's get to the best thing we saw right out of the gate here on a Hump Day Wednesday morning. You know, I keep waiting for my Mariners to break out of a slump so I can go to baseball, but I can't. They lost 4-1 to the Yankees. Cal Raleigh said, we're awful. It starts with me. I don't know what's going. Any thoughts on what's going on with Cal Raleigh right now? He's hitting a $159.
Yeah.
He lost the MVP voting by like a mere 20 points to Aaron Judge last year.
Which he should have won.
Yeah, at this point, he already had like 75 RBIs and 36 dingers.
Yeah.
He's got 12 dingers, a third less than he had at this point last year.
It's disappointing.
So I can't do it. So I go to I think the greatest game ever played, and that is the game of golf. Some people would disagree with me that don't play. They don't understand it. Paulie, for one, does not understand that because he can't hit a golf ball. But he tries, and he played once this year, and I give him credit for it. We'll see if we can get him out again.
I played twice, I think.
Well, I don't know if you count hitting balls at Top Golf playing golf. That's hitting balls. That's not playing golf.
I think there was 2 separate outings.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Copper Rock and Coral Canyon.
Wow. So you're not even counting the Top Golf.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
But if I remember correctly, you didn't hit the ball at Copper Rock. You whiffed it.
Yeah.
I played at 16 or 18 holes.
Actually,
at
Copper Rock, he almost finished. I didn't even think he'd last 9. Yeah, you're right. I miscalculated.
And Copper Rock, I was dealing with an ailing forearm. It was hurting. I struck the ground with a swing, and it reverberated.
Baby. I'm going to golf. You can't poop on this.
Okay.
The U.S. Amateur. I know this is not the U.S. Open. This is not a major, but the U.S. Amateur, for every aspiring professional, for everybody around the country, you're trying to get into the U.S. Amateur. This is the biggest amateur tournament we have. This is the U.S. Amateur.
Yeah.
And we have a good contingent of local players making waves. Yesterday, I saw Kirk Craigthorpe, who I love. We're friends. We talk. I was kind of like calling a little bit of a shot because he mentioned Bowen Moss and Kihei Akina and Drake Harvey that's going to play for BYU and all these Utah golfers that are playing in the U.S. Amateur. And he failed to mention our guy from little old St. George, Utah, Boston Bracken. So I called a shot yesterday on Twitter. I said, hey, well, don't forget about Boz. Boz is going to go low today, and he's going to make the 64-man match play bracket.
Yes.
And Kirk liked the tweet I sent. And
yes.
lo and behold, Boston Bracken Crimson Cliffs High School. We all know him well. I've seen him play a ton of golf as a youth junior player. I mean, I can't tell you. We share something in common. I have a son named Boston. His name is Boston. They're about a year apart. People have gotten them mixed up before.
Yeah.
He's at Arizona State University, and it wasn't a bad day yesterday for Boz. He jumped from 109th to 9th. Okay. Yeah. One of the best rounds of the day on a very difficult course out there in Philadelphia. He shoots 4 under par, and is going to have a really good seed in match play at the U.S. Amateur. So that was the best thing I saw. All the pressure, he had shot 2 over in his first round. He knew he had to come out and fire a number, and he did. I think he's had a great summer. I mean, barely lost 3-2 to Miles Russell in match play in the Western a couple weeks ago. Now this is the U.S. Amateur. He's going to be in the field of 64. Let's see how deep of a run Boz can make. I'm sure Paul and his dad is out there. Well, I'm sure his mom's out there too. Although school's starting tomorrow, I know Mickey is a school teacher here in St. George, and so it's going to be fun. Kihei Akina is in a playoff. We just saw him make the cut in the PGA Tour. He is in about a 10-man playoff for 4 spots this morning in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
that is going on right now as we speak. So keep an eye on the U.S. Amateur. I know you diehard golfers are, but maybe some of you didn't know what was going on. Now you do. Again, there is a great contingent of Utah up-and-coming talented golfers that will be playing in match play. I think there's 6 Utah guys, and depending if Kihei gets in, could be a 7th from our neck of the woods in the top 64 in amateur golf. Utah golf is on the map at the amateur level. That is the best thing I saw the last night in sports. Other than Hard Knocks, I did see a little bit of Hard Knocks. I love Mike McDonald getting after it. I cannot help but fall more in love with Mike. I didn't really know a lot about Mike McDonald before last year, and you kind of learn by on-the-job training as the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl. But I was more caught up in the team and the season and the run than I was getting to know Coach.
Yeah.
The thing that's cool about Hard Knocks is you really get to understand the way the coach thinks and talks and ticks and coaches and the culture he's built. And I find it fascinating to watch. And I'm not going to bore you with everything with Hard Knocks, and I didn't even get to finish the whole episode. I got to go back and watch the rest of it tonight.
Did you get interrupted
I
again?
got on a conference. Well, not by a cartoon this time.
Okay.
Yeah. Last week, if you missed
Rick and Morty, right?
we don't know what cartoon it was.
I can't figure it out.
It was some weird cartoon. Just turned on the TV magically. We don't know what happened. I had about 10 minutes left of the show.
Did you give the cartoon a chance?
No.
Or did you just walk away?
I changed
He
the
just
channel.
screenshotted it and sent it to me.
Yeah, I was like, hey, is somebody, because Tara was kind enough to hook a brother up.
Yes.
And so, I didn't want to subscribe to HBO Max for $18.99 a month. That's the one streaming service. Well, I mean, there's a couple I don't have. But you feel like between Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus and YouTube TV and Paramount, I've got about everything, but I didn't have. I canceled it a while back.
No.
You can't have. You just keep paying for everything. That's more than your satellite bill used to be.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know, we were supposed to cut the cord and save money, not pay more money, Paulie.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway. There was a ghost in the TV, so we don't know what happened on that.
Still not sure.
But I'm going golf besting. I saw in sports. U.S. Amateur, give it a look. Check it out. There'll be some coverage on the Golf Channel over the next couple of days.
All right.
Yeah.
To Tara.
Oh, to me? I've got yours piped and ready to go, buddy, so let's go to you.
I don't think that's the one I'm going to go with, though. I'm going to audible on you
then we're
here.
going to go to me then.
All right, we're going to go to you then. All right,
Okay.
I like this.
I am going to go with the best thing that I saw is my boy, Fernando Lorian.
Fernando Lorian.
If it'll load, it's not loading.
Oh, no.
Wait a minute. Fernando
Lorian.
Fernando
Yes.
Lorian.
Yeah.
He's got a good nickname.
Now,
for
did
him.
you coin that phrase?
No, they did.
Okay, who started that nick? I'm a big nickname guy.
Yeah.
I like it. I watched The Mandalorian. I like it.
Did you see the schedule drop that they did with him and Kirk Cousins? And it's like Step Brothers. And he's like, hi, I'm Fernando.
Yeah,
But you got to call me Fernando Lorian. You didn't see that? Oh
that was a while ago, right?
was a while ago,
Okay,
yeah.
yes,
A
I
little bit
did
ago.
see that. I did see that. but I was thinking it was recent, and I missed like part 2 or something. It's like the sequel or something, Step Brothers 2 in Vegas Raiders camp.
Yeah. No, that's it.
Okay.
But my video's not loading, so.
All right.
Can we get a
But it was
paraphrase?
a pretty epic pass, yeah. And I can't tell. It's number 19. Who is that? Who's number 19? Anyway, he jumps up and makes it an amazing catch. So I don't know. The Raiders are looking pretty good.
Malik Benson. Is
Malik Benson.
The Raider receiver that wears 19.
Okay.
All right.
I am going to can I guess what Paul is going to go with?
Okay, you can guess. I doubt you're going to get it.
Paul is going to go troll job. And he is going to go to the Minnesota Vikings. Best thing he saw Kyler Murray getting named the starting quarterback, because yesterday on the show I said I would take JJ over Kyler.
See, that is
As did I.
the low hanging fruit would be to throw it back in your faces that I was right.
You already did. You texted us and said bang, bang.
Bang. There was a bang bang text yesterday.
Exactly.
Yes. But I'm going to go a different avenue than that.
Wow, take the high road like Jesse Murph and Cole Wetzel.
Yeah, being right is fun, but there was something more pressing I wanted to do for the best thing I saw, and that was, I don't think we got to this clip. This is Kalani talking about the resources needed to win. And I do like when a coach stands up for his program. You know, if the money's not where it needs to be, you just won 12 games. You should be the catbird cradle seat for any money that comes to BYU, but he's talking about how it's uneven basketball and the resources being split. So this is pretty cool from Kalani. You rarely hear coaches be this candid, but this is about a 3-minute interview with Cougar Sports Media that he did on August 10th. So let's give it a listen.
There's probably a collection of things that I'm looking at. It's like I think we've been we've been given the challenge of doing the most with the least, right? And so you lean heavily on culture to help you win. But I think there's a way that you can actually increase your chances on both. And I think there's a way that you can get in deep culture and be really strong as a football team. And there's an opportunity that you can get to players that you normally wouldn't have access to. And so we're trying to develop them, and sometimes it happens in development with the right resources that you have, sports science and stuff that Dr. Main does and stuff that our training room does with Brett and everybody. I mean, with Phyllis in the strength and conditioning room, and then all the resources that we have available to them. That's key. So it's a bunch of factors that go into it, but I still want more resources for these guys because, and for me, the frustrating part is like, yeah, we've been able to do so much, and everyone's like, okay, they keep doing it, but we can do way more at a faster rate.
Yeah.
And when I sit in a situation and I actually see that, I'm not going to be the one that's making high demands. This is very simple demands of people that are.
Okay, right. Cut it right there. But they are demands.
Yeah.
I have watched dozens and dozens, if not hundreds, of Kalani Sitake interviews, and I've never heard him call out his boss before and say, "You're not taking care of us. We need more. We need more. We're not. This is not a high demand. This is a simple demand."
Yeah.
You know, it's been very, very interesting to watch the way the weekend went down with the Brian Santiago firing rumors, and then to hear Kalani. I think that was on Ben Criddle's show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it was.
We love Ben. We've had Ben on for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Love Ben's work covering BYU up there at ESPN and Provo. And look, this is a reference to Penn State later in the interview.
Yeah. They
made some offers. BYU has reneged. Brian Santiago has reneged on some of the things that Kalani was supposed to get when he stayed, from what I understand. He doesn't get lost in the weeds in this interview. About a 3.5-minute clip. I'm sure you've seen it by now.
There's a lot.
But there's a lot. This is not exactly what you want going into the final preparations for the season.
This is
a little bit of a distraction for Cougar Nation in some regards.
I would say that this tweet from First and 16, which is a Big 12 podcast, they've got over 15,000 followers. I've covered BYU professionally for 10 years and have heard hundreds of interviews from Kalani Sitake. I have never, ever seen him call out an individual or group of individuals in a negative like he does in this interview.
He's frustrated.
The way I see it, either Santiago leaves or Kalani leaves.
I don't know. I don't know if it's that, but I think they can patch this.
Yeah.
I don't think this is parable.
Yeah.
But look, if you're
The basketball team's spending way over what the football.
Santiago is a basketball guy.
I know.
He played basketball.
I know.
He's a former player.
Kevin Young has unlimited resources, it seems, to sign DeBonza, Branch
like
this
$8
year.
million.
And you did just have the number one pick in the NBA draft.
I get it.
I understand.
He's the number one pick no matter where he goes, though. Let's make that clear.
He still had to have a good season. I don't buy that.
All right.
You were big on Peterson. Come on now. Now you're gonna you were high
You're
on
telling
Peterson
me if
the whole way
DeBonza
along.
doesn't play for a blue blood program, his exposure only heightens compared to BYU?
He just went
Kansas,
to BYU.
UNC, something like that.
He just went to BYU and is the number one pick. Don't change the point.
I'm
the
saying
point of the
that
matter
he would be
is
the number one pick no matter where he went.
most likely. Okay, fine, whatever. There was a lot of people that would have took Darren Peterson at one. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
You love Darren Peterson.
I think he's good, yeah.
I've been saying since DeBonza came on the show, he is going to be the number one pick, and I think you agreed with me most of the time. Let's not get lost in the weeds.
All right.
But the point of the matter is, here is your football coach. I don't care if you have the number one pick. I don't care if you go to the NCAA tournament. BYU football is still the cash cow on campus.
Yes.
Okay. There's a lot more seats full at LaVell Edwards Stadium, and the Marriott Center is a great college venue. Don't get me wrong. I went up to a game.
Good venue. Football
Yeah, but it's
always
not
trumps.
60,000.
No, but as far as like attendance wise,
Yeah.
the Marriott Center is a very big college venue.
It's a good venue, and I'm sure they turned out a profit with basketball
I mean,
last year.
I hadn't been to a game at the Marriott Center in years because I'm usually working games. But we went up to the Arizona BYU game earlier this year. It was back, what was it, early February, late January? And that atmosphere was ruckus. And there was a lot of people moving BYU's atmosphere up on the college basketball stadium experience. There's a lot of good things. I'm not raining on BYU basketball's parade, but at the end of the day, You got to fund the football program if you want to get to the playoffs. You want to be national champions, and they beat Texas Tech just once. They're probably in the playoffs last year. Just got to beat them one of the two times.
And he references Texas Tech in the later stretches of that interview with Criddle. He says, why are we not on a close to level playing field with the conference champion when we were in the conference championship game?
Yeah.
They were there. They
don't
were there.
have all that oil money though.
That's right. But they got crumble cookie.
It's got a body like oil money. I'm feeling some Graham Barnum coming on. That's a good song. All right. Got to take a break. We are off and running best thing. Paulie goes BYU coach Sataki calling out his boss.
Standing up for himself.
Yeah. Taro goes Fernando
Lorian.
Yes.
With a nice play in camp, even though it looks like he's going to probably back up my favorite cousin Kirk. And I went with the golf. I went with the golf and all the Utah amateurs that are making match play in our U.S. Amateur, including St. George native Boston Bracken. So a lot of fun stuff here on the drive. All right, I don't think we're going to get time to go back and replay a Media Day clip if you missed it. We'll do that second hour because we've got Cedar coach Ty Hyatt coming up here in about 10 minutes on the program. We'll give you a preview of the Cedar Reds, the defending 3A state champs. But a quick break. We'll talk some other sports when we come back. And then after that, Ty Hyatt joins us live on The Drive. Good morning on a Wednesday from the Findlay Hyundai Studios.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's The Drive. I want to talk about my friends at Game Day Men's Health, and we'll tell you about our friends over there. I've been taking testosterone for, I think, 6-7 years, and when Game Day Men's Health opened up, I went into Game Day Men's Health, got my T levels tested, and made the switch and get my TRT from them. And you can do the same. If you're a guy, you're over 35, 40, 45, 50 years old, even older than that, body declines, testosterone drops, your natural free testosterone drops as you age, and you could be walking around like, man, I'm just a little bit tired. Just something's off. I just don't have the energy I used to have. I don't want to hit the gym. I don't have energy to go throw batting practice to my kid at 8 o'clock at night after a long day. It really could just be low T that is holding you back, and that's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. Their goal is to help men out there look and feel their best. It's in a sports man cave environment, TVs everywhere, snacks, energy drinks, sports hydration drinks. They got you covered. Great caring staff dialed in to making sure it's all above board and everything is dialed in with peptides, weight loss, sexual performance products. But the big thing that they offer is a free testosterone test. So if you think you could be suffering from low T, take 15 minutes and get your T tested. You'll get your results in your labs back in-house. A lot of people will ship them off, and it'll take a day or two to get your results back. You don't have time to wait around for that. You want your results back in 15 minutes or less, and that's what Game Day Men's Health does. Now, if you make a free T test, you can call or text for a free appointment. When the staff gets in the office, they will get you scheduled. You can call or text the number, and I'm going to give it to you a couple times here, and you can hit them up right now and just text them. That's a great option. I love the text line because when they get in, they'll get back to you. 435-265-4223. You want to reclaim your game? See what your T levels are? It's absolutely FREE free. And it is 435-265-4223. And if you end up clinically low, you need to get on TRT, you decide to do so, they're going to give you 50% off your first month for our listeners here on the Fan Sports Network. 435-265-4223. And Paulie at Game Day Men's Health, reclaim your game.
Yeah.
Football is here. We got high school starting Friday. We got 2 games coming your way, Snow Candy and Spanish Fork, Lone Peak at Crimson Cliffs. We'll have them both on our YouTube page. They'll both be on KSLSports.com. We'll do bounce around covers, but we will start with Crimson Lone Peak on the simulcast on radio. College the 29th. And the NFL, September 9th. That is the Seahawks-Patriots Wednesday night season opening regular season game. The Hall of Fame game is behind us. But Paulie found a interesting topic this morning. The 5 fan bases that you don't like.
Yes.
The most hated, I guess you could say, right,
Most
Paulie?
obnoxious.
Most obnoxious. If you're obnoxious, you don't like them.
Yeah, that's right. Then those two normally go together, and they got the 5 worst, most obnoxious fan bases voted by the fans across the league of other teams. So let's get into it here. At number 5, it's none other than Tara's Las Vegas Raiders.
You know, I think that's from when they were still in Oakland. I don't agree with this one.
Okay, I probably don't either. It's a very sterile environment at
Allegiant. My gosh.
There's not really a black hole.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's not as bad.
come on.
It's a little more
You don't
corporate.
agree with it because
I mean,
of the old days. A fan base is a fan base. Not all the people in Oakland are dead, by the way.
A lot of them don't travel to Vegas. Though.
Yeah, they don't.
No, look, moving the team to Vegas has been great, but you've been to Raiders games.
Yes,
They're
I've
better
never
in
been to
they're
Oakland.
better in Vegas.
All right.
I've seen videos, we've seen the fights, we've seen the scuffles, we've seen the shootings. Like it's better now, but you have that black eye.
Yeah.
You're not going to erase the stigma.
Reputation.
I think the Raiders probably used to be like second or third, and now that they're in Vegas, they've dropped down to 5. I actually think they're trending in a less obnoxious direction, but they are still one of the 5 most obnoxious fan bases. I completely 100% agree with this.
All
So
right.
you think I'm obnoxious, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't put it in an exact. I wouldn't.
He does.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
put
he's
it,
like, okay.
I wouldn't put it in that exact context, but I think in general, I think people would agree that there are Raider fans that are obnoxious. Raiders.
Okay.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah. What about
Now you haven't done that, so
No, I
you
haven't
haven't
done
fallen
She
into
hasn't
that
done that.
obnoxious crowd yet.
Now, if they win 5 games to start the year,
Oh,
we
yeah.
might be hearing her go
Every morning.
Raiders.
That's how we're going to open the show.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to number 4, the Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Curious one here.
Yeah, I don't know.
I have never had a bad run-in with a Bears fan, so I can't say. I
mean,
don't
the
really
Saturday Night Live skit kind of endeared you
Yeah.
to the Bears. Ben Johnson there now, actually fun brand of offense. You
Yeah.
got Caleb Williams put up some numbers.
They've sucked for so long, much
Yeah, they
like
haven't
the
won
Raiders.
anything since 1985 with Jim
Yeah.
McMahon in the
Mike
fridge
Ditka.
and Mike Ditka coaching. So I think the Bears are less obnoxious than Raiders personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say that. Yeah.
But there are people that obviously think they're obnoxious, and I'm not living in Chicago, and so yeah, I can agree to disagree with this one. I'm sure every fan base has annoying fans to a certain extent.
I think the
Let's be
top
honest.
3 are a little easier. I think this one makes sense. Number 3, the New England Patriots. They've been good for so long. They're probably
No.
cocky as all get out.
They were good for a long time, but they haven't been good for a while.
What do you
Last year
mean?
was
They
the
just
first.
went to the
well,
Super
it was a
Bowl.
comeback, but they had been really bad since Tom Brady left.
That was not that long ago. You act like that's 20 years ago. It hasn't
No,
been
but
that long ago. I completely agree with this.
Like I think the
I
Chiefs
agree
are
with
worse.
the Patriots.
The hoodie, Belichick, the scowl.
You're from the East Coast. They're the most hated team on the East Coast.
The press conferences Belichick used to do. Tom Brady's a great story. 7th round draft, made it
Yeah,
big.
yeah.
But annoying how much he won. But he's the GOAT. He's the
and
GOAT.
Bostonians, they're
I love Boston fans in general.
yeah.
But yeah, they're oblivious to everything else going on. They are diehard for their team, and nothing else matters.
All right.
As
I
you
thought
can
that's
tell.
why you named your son Boston was because of the Patriots.
No.
The Red Sox.
No, Red Sox.
I know. I'm giving him crap.
Oh, I gotcha. Good curveball.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I hung back on it and hit it out.
Yeah. All right. Number 2. How about them Cowboys? Dallas
Dude.
Cowboys. Probably
Hey,
the most
they're-
annoying fan
They're
base.
America's team.
Yeah. That's a very insufferable term. I don't think they've been America's team since
Heck
the
no.
90s.
They are so annoying. I hate the Cowboys.
The Cowboys fans are annoying. And the last one, we're running out of time here, is the Philadelphia Eagles, which is an easy number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for you, because you're a Washington fan.
Yeah.
And
I went to
they're in your
FedEx
division.
Field many a times and had to deal with these heathens.
And that's the interesting thing on this list
Heathens,
is
huh?
you have a couple NFC East teams on this list.
Yep.
You have 2, in fact, in the top 5, the NFC East. Annoying division. All right, got to take a break. Trevor, let's see. Ty Hyatt, head coach of the Cedar State Championship Reds, stops by and joins us next on The Drive.
Welcome back to The Drive on The Fan.
Hey, Wednesday, it's football season, baby. We're all fired up here on the Fan Sports Network, and one of the big storylines going into the year is the defending 3A state champ Cedar Reds, and here to talk about it, give an overall preview of the upcoming season. They got one of the Thursday night games. They'll be in action tomorrow night against Wasatch. Is Coach Ty Hyatt. Coach, thanks for hopping on with us. Here we go. Are you ready for some football? Is Cedar High ready for some football, Coach?
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, this is like the best time of the year, man. We got training camps. Hard Knocks just came on. That's like, it's like football season when the Hard Knocks music comes on and they're getting all the previews ready for everything going. And then you know what I mean? Like, it's just like that time of year, man. It's exciting.
I love to hear you're a Hard Knocks guy. I usually don't watch every season of Hard Knocks, but this year I'm especially locked in because it's the Seattle Seahawks. So I am locked into Hard Knocks this year, and I'm falling in love with Mike McDonald, especially after episode 2 from what I saw last night. I'm glad you mentioned that. As a Seahawks fan, it's music to my ears. But you're right. Everybody's feeling football in the air. Thursday night, one less day, one day earlier. I think there's 3 games in the state of Utah on Thursday night. Was that by design, Coach, getting that Thursday night showcase game for the Reds?
Well, for us, we had played a couple other teams up north the previous year, and it was just a home-and-home agreement. So we were looking for a game, and Wasatch, it ended up working out. We were going to play on a Friday. Well, KSL had reached out and said, hey, would you guys be willing to move to Thursday because we're going to highlight a few different games throughout the week. And, our administration was great about it. We said, hey, is this something that we could do? Let's move it to a Thursday night. I think it's great for the program, great for the kids to get a little bit more publicity, those things. And everyone agreed to it. I'm great with it because it's one less day to wait.
Yeah.
We get going and all of a sudden we don't have to sit around and wait. We can go up there and play Thursday night and start the season.
Ty Hyatt, head coach of Cedar. It was a dream season last year, undefeated, win a state title. How's that been, enjoying that since the season ended as a state champ? I mean, have you been on a 9-month, victory tour, so to speak, in some way, Coach?
Hey, you know what? It's it's kind of like Hard Knocks, man, with Mike McDonald. He was getting after the Seahawks about, we got to get to the next one and how can we be the best team this next year? That's really been us. I mean, I think with our kids, it's like, last year was great. And we have we have 21 seniors that were part of that team last year. And that was great. And that will forever be a great team. But now we're on the 2016 and we're trying to figure out how we can be the best team. And I think our guys have been really bought into just showing up every day and give our best effort. And that's probably why we're so excited tomorrow night, is because we're going to be a little bit different team. But we feel that we have some really good strengths and some guys that are really bought into what we're doing as a program. And so, last year was awesome. The whole ride on the fire truck the first time. I didn't know they did that in Utah. I thought, all that was fun, but I think everyone's really excited for the new season.
They need a Hyatt burger at, Brad's Food Hut or Hermes Drive-In or something. You need your own burger because you bought the first football championship to Cedar City. You should be eating for free up there, Coach.
Hey, you know what, man? I probably need to eat less, Devin, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, I need to stop stress eating and get ready for this game.
Oh, man.
Coach, obviously a guy you're having to replace this year, a guy that willed you a lot of victories last year was your senior quarterback, Everett Kelling, 21 total touchdowns. The kid was a star throughout the state playoffs. Is this going to be a more run-heavy offense with your returner, Braxton DeMille? Obviously had a great season last year. What kind of offensive look are we looking for this year from the Reds, Coach?
Yeah, I think we're going to be a little different. We've got a couple of kids at quarterback. We have a senior who's going to start for us, Jackson Mann. Jackson's going to be a good player. He's just different than Everett. And Everett's younger brother, Colt Kelling, he's also been competing for the job. The thing that we've told those guys is that, you got to be the best player you can be. Like, it's hard to replace Everett because Everett, and you guys covered a lot of games with Everett. It's just such a good football player. did so many things well. And with the guys that we have now, it's like, we want to be able to run the offense the right way. We want to be able to protect the football. And we are going to run the football a little bit more just because we feel like with Braxton coming back, like he was such a good player. Owen Burton as a running back that's going to get toes for us, Tavin Brown, Jace Allroyd. I mean, like we have other guys, like younger players that are good players. And we have some linemen who we graduated a lot of linemen last year, but, we're going to start 4 senior on the offensive line. And so for us, if there's a way that, that we can run the football and do some things, because I think defensively we're going to have a chance to be a good team. Defensively, we have some kids that, a lot of juniors that played special teams for us that it's now their turn to be able to be in those starting roles to replace some of those kids like a Dax Wanker or some of those guys. And so I think we will be a little bit different. We're going to run it a little bit more. A little bit more play action pass. But I think the standard's still the same where we want to control the line of scrimmage and, we'll work to just score one more point than the other team.
Ty Hyatt, head coach of the Cedar Reds, with us here live on the drive, defending the land. That is the goal that they're set out to do. The preseason poll that Des News put out, you guys are still the favorite, but it was really close. Juab and Richfield were like 1 vote behind you for second and third. So I think a lot of the other coaches know you lost a lot of seniors, and you will have a different look this year. Is there some areas where this year's team could be even stronger than last year's team? I mean, you kind of alluded to one maybe, and that's the offensive line.
Yeah, I think defensively our team speed, we're not as big as we were last year. We were really fortunate. Like in high school football, sometimes that's kind of how it goes. You get some seasons where you're a little bit bigger, maybe one next year you're a little bit faster. This year, I think our team speed on defense, we have a chance to be a little bit faster than we were last year, and so for us, I think that can cause problems for teams because if you're not as big, you're moving a little bit more on defense. You're trying to create a little bit more confusion. And our defensive coordinator, Coulter Evans, he's been doing a great job for us for 2 years. He got here with us when I got the job here at Cedar, and we've just gotten better and better each year defensively, and so I think that can be a huge strength for us. And then and I would say the other one, and not a lot of high school teams can say this, we love our kicker and our punter. He's a junior for us, Cody Stevenson. He was an all-state player for us last year. Y'all know watching good football, like when you have a good kicker and good punter and you're good on special teams, that can really make the difference in those close games.
Yeah, ask the Seahawks fans about the difference between their special teams, between them and the Rams. I could not agree more, Coach. This is going to be fun as you guys go out on the trek. How much did last year's class leave an impact on this year's class? These leaders now of this year's team, they got handed the keys to the kingdom, so to speak. And I'm just curious how much last year's group of seniors rubbed off on these guys, and how hungry are they to go in their senior season or junior season, go out and do the same thing as they did last year?
Those seniors, I think, will forever, you talk about having like a Hyatt burger, man. All those seniors, they need to have a burger here in town because, coaching, like I won't disagree, like coaching does matter, but man, those kids last year, they're the ones doing it on the field and making plays and just, I can't say enough about those kids. I've been in football for a long time, and a lot of those kids made a huge impact on me and taught me things last year, just about perseverance and grit and just, to do what they did last year was amazing, because that just doesn't happen all the time. And so with those guys, I think they've done a great job of, still keeping in contact with the team. And really, I think that's the best part of that I've learned of high school coaching is that, a lot of those kids, they've either gone on missions or they've reported to college and they're in camp or, they're working BLM or whatever else. But it's like you see those guys before they leave on their mission or before they head off to work or whatever, they're stopping at practice. They're saying hi to guys, they're talking with guys on the team. And I think ultimately that's what you want in a program is that you want that culture of guys staying in contact because they're with each other so much and they start to become really good friends and they care about each other. And I think that's what's going to help carry us is that, those guys care about it, those previous seniors, and they've kind of left that legacy. And now, these younger guys, they feel that weight of like, man, we've got to do a good job because it's bigger than us. And so that's been really cool to see as a coach, and hopefully we can keep building that culture.
Coach, obviously the senior-laden group, you've alluded to it a lot of times, but 3 guys that are going to be tough to replace are Slade, Dylan, and Braden in the receiving core. Who are some of the young bucks that are filling those roles for you this year?
Yeah, well, we're definitely going to be young. You know, we've got a couple of kids. We have a junior, Hunter Burgess. Like, he's going to be dynamic for us in the return game. You know, he played varsity baseball for us last year as a sophomore. You know, was a really good outfielder for us. Cutler Tom, you know, he's a sophomore. He's going to be making a lot of plays. Senior Caleb Collins, he filled in a little bit spot, you know, and sometimes later in games for us. But we're going to have some new faces in the receiving core, you know, with those guys being able to make plays. And so for us, you know, I think it's as coaches, it's our job to make sure to put them in a good position, and that we're not asking them to do sometimes, you know, because like you said, like Braden and Dylan and I mean, Slade, one of the fastest kids in the state, you know, you have guys like that. You can ask them to do a few more things. And I think with the guys that we have now, they are going to be good players, but we just got to make sure to put them in a good position that fits their skill set.
Well, it's one thing that you're staying up at night worrying about, Coach, going into the first game tomorrow night against Wasatch. And what's one thing that you're like, we got this, you're really confident in, that you guys are doing really well right now going into the first game of the season?
You know, I think our kids are going to give really good effort. Like, I don't worry about that because I think that our kids are starting to understand that, you know, in order to be a special player, you got to give special effort. So that's one of the things that we really harp on quite a bit. And our kids have really bought into that mindset. I think as a coach, anytime you go into week 1, you know, and we kind of have keys to victory every week as far as, hey, we got to do this well to play our best football. The biggest thing we've been talking about the last week is that it's all about us. You know, like I worry about, hey, when we go out on kickoff, are we going to have 11 guys? Like, you know, I worry about, hey, when we line up on offense, are we going to have 11 players right there so we can go out on the field? Because, you know, I know, you know, it sounds simple, but it's one of those things that it's like, hey, we got to control what's with us. So it's like, okay, well, do we know where to line up? Do we know where we're supposed to be at? Do we know what we're doing to execute? Because, you know, Wasatch is going to be good. You know, I know that they split high schools with Deer Creek and some of those things, but, you know, they're dropping down from 5A and they're going to be a good program. But I worry about, man, are we so worried about them that we forget how we do things and us playing at our style of football? And if we can do those things, like, I don't worry so much about the effort. I just worry about us making sure to know where to be. And that's what we've been working on. And I'm excited for the kids to have the opportunity to go do it tomorrow night.
Going to be fun. 43.6 points per game, 13-0, undefeated season. They are the reigning champs, the Cedar Reds. Coach Ty Hyatt with us here. Hey, I got one quick question: is Braxton DeMille and Gavin DeMille, are they twins? Are they cousins? Or how are they related? Or are they not related?
And then Asher DeMille.
No. And then Asher, yeah. So Braxton and Gavin are cousins.
Okay.
They had an older cousin last year that was on team. I mean, how about that? You got 3 cousins. You play on the state championship team.
Pretty cool.
Daxon. So he was a senior last year. And then what's funny is that we have Asher. So he starts on the offensive line for us.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gavin and Braxton are not related to Asher.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. Not related. Hey, somewhere down the family tree, I'm sure it's somewhere down there. But you know what? When I first got here and I started learning all the Cedar networking and whatever else, you know what I mean? They're not related, but
Nice.
Yeah, we got a handful of them.
Okay. So Gavin can marry Asher's sister, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it would be okay. Yeah, it wouldn't have to change anything. The embroidery could stay the same.
Right,
you know.
yeah.
Well, Cedar fans, go get the Hyatt Burger. We need the Kelling Pizza at $5 Pizza or wherever you get
Centro
right? Pizza. Yeah, get a wood.
Centros, there you go.
Yep. They beat Manti 41-35. I know that's in the state championship last year, but when it's your school Pools, first one. You guys can take that momentum into the new season. They do play Cedar, and Coach Hyatt will be down here playing Pineview, not this week, but next Friday.
Yeah.
So if you want to go check out the 3A champs, you want to see them play, Coach Hosner's back at Pineview. We will also have that game broadcast on the Fan Sports Network on the simulcast as our Boulevard home game of the week. And we will be doing a cool little pep rally pit stop to benefit Cedar High School before and after the game at Texas Roadhouse. So we'll be broadcasting live from Texas Roadhouse from 3 to 4 to preview that game. Hopefully, Coach, you're invited to come by and stop by, and we'll talk to you again on the 21st, and we'll get you all those details. But, man, good luck tomorrow night against the Wasps, and can't wait to see you in person next week. And hopefully everything's going good with your wife, and I think it's your middle son that's been battling cancer. Is he doing good?
Yes, he is. Yeah. Treatments have been well, and he's excited for football season. He loves it.
I love it. He's the
so
big.
We start school today. He's already telling me he's excited to get out of school tomorrow and make the trip up north.
Let's
Awesome.
go. Let's go. Good to hear it. Coach Ty Hyatt, everybody, live with us in Cedar City. Coach, we'll talk to you throughout the season, and good luck tomorrow against the Wasps.
Okay, thanks, y'all.
All right, Ty Hyatt right there. The champs. We're in the building. Man, this is going to be fun, Paulie. Juab's right there. Richfield's right there in the preseason polls. They lost a lot of starters, but when you have a winning culture, and this is Coach's third year now, he's fast-tracked this. I mean, coaching does matter, like he said. You got to have the players, but coaching does matter. I mean, he was the offensive coordinator at SUU. Then, boom, he wants to, help with his son's health things, wanted to be more time with family, so he makes the move to the high school, gets the head job, and then, in his second year, he wins the state championship.
It's incredible.
You could probably do a documentary or a movie.
Right, and a Netflix documentary.
Yeah.
Nice.
Tara, you produce it.
Okay.
Paulie, you can be one of the offensive linemen in the cast.
I'll be glad to fill that void.
Yeah, you're just not quite quick enough to play Everett Kelling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's right. Probably not.
I'm excited for next week against Pineview. I want to see how they do tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously, or tomorrow night. Excuse me. I'm sure you can watch that on KSLSports.com. And I bet a lot of people in Region 9 will be kind of. I know they're not in our region in football. They're in our region in every other sport.
Yeah.
The realignment will come again next summer. It's going to be very interesting, the realignment, because Pineview's numbers are down, Crimson numbers are sky high. There's some imbalance. They're either going to have to really get creative with redoing the boundaries, or they're going to have to shuffle some classifications. And I don't think anybody wants to see any more of Region 9 broken up. I for one, miss Cedar in our region.
I do too.
Yeah, and Canyon View for that matter.
Yeah.
By the way, Canyon View coming off, I think they were 5-6 last year. I think they were picked 5th in the same region as Cedar, but they have a lot more starters coming back. They were young last year. They do have a lot more experience coming back. We'll see if they get an uptick in production for the Falcons this year. And that's always a fun crosstown rivalry when those two teams collide.
Yeah, it is.
So, all right, more guests coming up second hour. Show today brought to you by our friends at Prime IV. They've got their membership special going. The kids are back to school tomorrow, and you can get back in your routine and make that routine all about feeling and looking better and getting hydrated at Prime IV. Check out their membership options. Right now, they have over $600 in perks and freebies and added value when you join one of their membership programs. And then after your first full 3 months as a member, you get a free Myers super powerful drip. So there's a lot of benefits, features. You'll save a bunch of money. So if you love Prime IV like I do, I go there every single month. Check out their membership options. You can go to their website, primivstg.com, and tell them the guys and gals on the Fan Sports Network told you to stop on by, because I think Tara probably goes to Prime IV as much as me, didn't you? You were at Eden Scalp yesterday.
I did. It was so great.
So inside Prime IV, they actually have a foot and scalp massage place called Eden. And I got a scalp massage. I'd never had one. This was months ago. And it was like, I fell asleep. It was the most relaxed. It was way more than a normal sports massage.
Oh no,
Oh my goodness! If you've ever had a scalp massage before, you need to go get one at Eden, which is inside Prime IV. Hour 1 flew by. We're loaded hour 2. We'll get you some headlines. Paulie, can we find 8 headlines for our listeners?
Yeah, I think so.
Paulie's going to dig
He's
deep.
going to work on it.
Tara's going to get the sounders ready. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the top 8 at 8. After that, about 8:15, 8:18, Trevor Allen KSL. We'll talk some more high school football, get you geared up for the season. We'll talk about the new TV arrangement with the UHSAA and KSL Sports, which we partner with, so we'll be involved in a little bit of that. We've also got a bunch of other stuff to get to. I would like to go back to another coach's media day session if we have time after Trevor Allen joins us from KSL, because tomorrow we are going to be live as our fall camp coverage continues. And so it's going to be a little tricky because we are going to be live, and Michael's going to be in the studio, and me, Paul, and Tara are going to be live at Greater Zion Stadium, home of the Trailblazers, and we're going to have visits from Coach Anderson, select players. I think we're going to get the volleyball coach, Coach Camelia Hafoka, stop by the show. Cool. Johnny Broadhead, if we can get him. I know the soccer team is out of town, but we're going to have a Coach Beezer, the AD, is going to stop by. We're going to have a loaded show tomorrow, so that's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can tune in. All right, Hour 1 in the books, Hour 2 coming up when we come back. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It is The Drive. Thank you for locking us in, loading us up. We're coming at you. Tara, sing it. We are, she's Tara Atkin, Paul Ratliff, Devin, Dixon. We are The Drive Morning Show crew, the only and longest running local sports talk show in town.
I was hoping that was going to develop into a duet. You seem like you liked that one.
Right.
I actually like that song.
All right.
I don't feel like that is the most exciting bumper song to fire us up for hour 2, but it's a good song with a good ballad.
Going to hurt her feelings over there.
It's all right.
Are we not past feelings getting hurt at this point in
we're
our
past it. We're
job?
past it.
Like
Yeah.
you guys can talk crap to me. I talk crap to you.
I know.
You can like a song I don't
Yes.
like, and vice versa. It does not matter.
No.
Paulie, stop worrying about your feelings.
Yeah, right.
Well, you can worry about your feelings. Stop worrying about Tara's feelings.
Okay.
And certainly stop worrying about my feelings. I'm going to be just fine. I'm
I
gonna
don't think
sleep.
he is ever worried about
I'm
your
going to
feelings.
sleep at night whether we played that song or
Yes.
not at the
I
8
know.
o'clock hour on The Drive.
Yeah.
College football is here. High school football is here. It is August, and we are fired up for the trending headlines. Let's do it right now. It's brought to you by Zag. Don't zig, just Zag. I like to say, get your screen protectors that come with a lifetime warranty. You can put them on your camera. You can put them on your screen. You get cases that are warranted as well. All your accessories. If you are having trouble with your phone always dying and you're charging it by noon, you can go in and for $74.99, you can put a new battery in your phone so you don't have to charge it all day. So there's a lot of cool things that Zag can do for you. Stop by one of their 2 St. George or their Cedar City Zag location. Let's get to what's trending. High school football starts this week. We just had Ty Hyatt on first hour. If you missed that, we'll get that podcasted. They actually are the first local team to play. They play tomorrow night against Wasatch. They are the defending 3A state champs after an undefeated season. Week 2, they're at Pineview, so we'll have that game here on the Fan Sports Network as our Boulevard home game of the week. Other games broadcast for you on Friday night. Paulie, you, Caden, Tara going to be over there. Snow Canyon, Spanish Fork. That should be a really interesting game.
Yeah.
Should be. Yeah. Looking forward to it.
Parker Olson looks like the real deal.
Yeah.
Won the job middle of the season. Took the bull by the
Lounsbury,
horns.
Preseason player of the year.
Yep.
A lot of optimism in Snow Canyon.
Not sure what to expect. New coaching staff. Tim Nowatzki, offensive coordinator, is gone. Cody Johnson's now the OC. Coach Tautioli is now the head coach, and some of the other coaches that were there are gone. Mike Esplin has retired as head coach of the Snow Canyon Warriors. Peyton Wilgar was on staff. I don't believe he's on staff anymore. Former BYU Cougar. So a lot of changes at SC, but they got some dudes.
We got a lot of returning production as well,
and some size in the trenches. The other game we'll be bringing you will be Lone Peak at Crimson Cliffs. Huge test right out of the gate for the Mustangs, and Coach Lofopo, who does not have a lot of experience back on the roster, graduated pretty much every starter except for Tanawai Andresen, their star quarterback. And Cameron Olave got some starts in the secondary. But other than that, there is really a bunch of unproven but hungry and talented players that are ready. The next wave of Crimson football is here.
I'm hoping that the home field advantage helps. I mean, last year's game got away from them a little bit. I think it was 49-10. So
they are a 6A good team.
They are a good team. I admit that. But, these non-conference games are kind of measuring stick games. And I think that a good effort and a winning effort is possible at home, I think. Last year with the Pula brothers kind of stacked up against it a bit.
Yeah. College football is right around the corner, so fall camp is heating up. We're just a couple weeks away. Questions are starting to take shape. Utah and BYU are both coming off 11-win seasons, but each has some question marks heading into the Big 12 campaign. Holy War, of course, will be the biggest game in the state. And we'll make some national headlines, I'm sure. That'll be November 7th, so you might want to mark your calendar for that game. A lot of people wonder if the Utes can finally win the big one.
Yeah, I saw, speaking of Saturday, November 7th, might be my favorite day all year.
Really?
Loaded slate.
Yeah.
Oregon, Ohio State, Miami, Notre Dame, Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Ole Miss, and the Holy War to end the night.
Yeah, it's
BYU,
gonna be
Utah.
stacked.
September 7th, I don't think I'll be leaving the couch.
Yes. Yes. I like that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
very
gonna,
good.
I'm going to put that in my phone.
Yes.
Paul is not
September
leaving
7th,
the couch, but he will be available by text periodically.
Periodically.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. NFL preseason kicks off tomorrow. So the NFL is officially back. There's a 6-game preseason slate. Quarterback battles, rookies, young players, position competitions become the focus. A lot of intrigue around teams like the Colts and the Patriots and some of the teams playing tomorrow. Should be fun. By the way, the NFL preseason already delivered a huge TV number. The Hall of Fame game between the Arizona Cardinals and the Carolina Panthers drew 7 million viewers.
Nice.
7 million. Largest audience for an NFL preseason opener in the last 5 years.
Yeah, it was more than any regular season NBA or NHL game got all year last year.
That's a pretty strong indication that football fans are more than ready for the season.
Yes.
Yeah, I know we're chomping at the bit.
Yeah, we are.
MLB, the pennant races are starting to get serious in a few divisions. We're getting into the heart of August where every game carries more weight. Teams are jockeying for playoff positioning. Wednesday's scheduled today includes Baltimore, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, and Oakland. And the postseason picture is starting to take shape. And right now, the Mariners are not part of that equation. They're right in a 5-game losing streak. And I'm very, very frustrated.
Meanwhile, my Padres are in a 3-way tie for the wild card.
Yep, you're still excited. You're
I'm
still
still
excited.
excited.
Paulie's team was sellers at the deadline. My team should have probably been sellers at the deadline.
Yeah, we had a fire sale.
There's one big
cool.
soccer game today. PSG and Aston Villa for the UEFA Super Cup.
Okay.
Major international soccer matchup today.
All right.
So
That's something.
for you soccer fans, that's going on today.
Any day baseball today. I'm taking that in.
Locally, the University of Utah has soccer on the field tonight against Weber State. Utah Tech's athletic calendar is ramping up towards the fall season with soccer, volleyball, men's and women's soccer getting going. Women's team starts on the road this week. Men's team is at home this weekend. Volleyball also at home this weekend. So we're getting into those other sports starting to fire up, even though I think Utah Tech school doesn't officially start for students until next Wednesday, August 19th.
The 19th, I believe.
The 19th.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Got one. I got a Thamel bomb. Sources, BYU athletic director Brian Santiago is hiring longtime Kentucky staffer Mark Hill to BYU's executive team. He's been Kentucky's deputy AD since 2019 and spent 27 years there in various roles. He's been Kentucky's football sport administrator since 2012. Could this be a go-between for Kalani and Santiago right now?
I mean, the timing would indicate that, but this
The
could have been
middleman.
this could have been in the works for weeks.
23
and months.
hours ago he was hired.
Yeah, I saw the headline.
Yes.
Didn't really.
And it
I
happened
don't know much.
right as this friction was starting.
Yeah, I mean,
It makes sense if you connect the dots.
how so?
Well, obviously there's friction. There was a 5-minute interview done with Criddle where Kalani Sitake undressed the athletic department and said he doesn't get what he needs.
But
they're hiring a football-specific guy that's been the football sport administrator since 2012 at Kentucky. Doesn't it make any sense to you? It's not a basketball-specific guy.
What doesn't make sense is you don't know how long that he's been courting him and trying to hire him. I mean, this could have been in the works for weeks.
But do you think that the circumstances pushed it along?
No idea.
Start of the football season, friction between the AD and head coach, like it all makes sense. I'm just saying.
You draw your own conclusions. It doesn't make sense to me.
All right, doesn't make sense to you.
Doesn't make sense to me that this is going to fix things.
I said it's
It
a
could.
go-between. It's a
It could.
go-between.
I just think you're reading into it a little more than I am. That's all.
All
That's
right.
all. It's an interesting headline. No, I'm not
And
trying
the
to rain on the
timing is
parade.
very interesting.
Well, I know, but hiring processes take weeks.
A while, yeah.
Like, so there's been friction for weeks. My
could
mind
be.
starts racing to peel back the layers.
I think there's been friction since he was being courted by Penn State.
I think there's been friction since.
Because you actually find out what a real blue blood program puts towards football, and BYU is sorely not doing that in Kalani's eyes.
And he's
So,
finally calling administrative out on it.
and I like it. It was the best thing I saw this morning.
I mean, he stayed.
he
Kalani
did
stayed.
stay. Yeah, he
Yeah.
stayed.
Absolutely.
Got to pay raises for him and his staff, but he still wants more NIL money, baby.
By the way, remember I was saying at the start of the show, the best thing I saw was, Boston Bracken and the Utah kids making the match play of our U.S. amateur out in Philadelphia. Kihei Akina, who just made the cut at the Wyndham last weekend as an amateur, did get through in the playoff and will make it to match play. So another Utah current BYU Cougar is going to be in the field of 64. So that is so I'm going to be paying close attention to the U.S. amateur. I know you won't, Paulie, but Tara maybe a little bit because she knows who Boston Bracken is. She might follow Boz a little bit
for sure.
Yeah. And Tara hits the ball further than Paul anyway.
She does. This is cool. Ex-quarterback Matt Hasselbeck, former Seahawk, took some nasty hits to the head during his 17-year NFL career, 4 years at Boston College, and a childhood full of sports. But the quarterback seems to emerge from more than 2 decades of collisions, relatively unscathed, enjoying middle adulthood with his wife and 3 children. But he's on a quest to help with diagnosing CTE,
which I love.
This is pretty cool.
While you're living, that is the key ingredient.
It's not
there.
a junior Seau or something like that where something terrible happens.
Yeah, we're seeing way too many, professional athletes that are getting CTE, and so I love somebody being proactive like that. I'm a big Matt Hasselbeck fan.
Yeah,
that he got robbed in Super Bowl 40, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah,
never got the title as the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks.
Very good quarterback for a long time.
Yeah, I mean he was really good at handing the ball off to Sean Alexander a couple seasons.
Yeah, Jeremy Stevens,
Doug Bald, Angry Doug,
angry Doug. Yeah. Mike Holmgren was the coach for him most of his years.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, by the way, on the golf, Boston Bracken will tee off in about 50 minutes.
All right.
In his first match of match play at the U.S. Amateur. So he's playing Christian Cavallari.
Oh, okay.
I don't know much about Christian Cavallari. In fact, I don't know anything, and I don't think I've heard of him, but obviously he's a good golfer.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. All right, got to get to a timeout. When we come back on the other side, pretty cool new story that broke over the last week involving KSL Sports, streaming and television, and a partnership with the UHSAA. And we're going to have Trevor Allen break it down for us. Also, want to get his thoughts on that team Lone Peak that happens to be coming down to take on Crimson Cliffs on Friday night. We'll talk about that matchup with TA as well. So Trevor Allen on the other side. We're off and running hour 2 here on the Fan Sports Network. Headlines brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. Get out and play for just $80. 18 holes with cart, with lunch, with a drink. Coral Canyon's tee times are a phone call away. Just hit them up at the pro shop. Find a day and time that works for you. 435-688-1700. That's 435-688-1700. We'll be right back. Hey, now we're talking to you. Now I'm fired up.
Yeah.
A goodie but an oldie. A little Starship. I
Yeah.
don't know if we've ever had Starship on the show today. That's a great
I've
one.
never had it. But
Yeah, we built this segment around Trevor Allen. This is our guy with KSLSports.com. We call some state championship coverage games with him when we collaborate, when we're up there for the basketball tournament or the baseball tournament. Trevor Allen, excited to have him waking up with us this morning. And Trev, good morning. How you doing? Football is in the air on a Wednesday. Here we go. Opening week is here, baby, around the state.
I can already smell the turf, and what better way to kick off the football season than hanging out with three of my favorite people?
That's right. That's
you.
right. Yeah. Tara, I'm sorry you're so far away because Tara just DoorDashed over some biscuits and gravy. So
yeah, we're waiting for that to arrive.
we'll have to.
Oh man! All right, and I haven't eaten yet, so thanks.
I know. But we'll take care of you. Last time we were with Trev was the baseball tournament. What was the pizza
was
joint?
He took care of us.
You
with that
took
great
us-
pizza.
Yeah, it was
It was
delicious.
the Portnoy one, right?
Yeah, we ended up going over to the pie, and
Yeah,
you know,
pie.
I always try to take care of our partners. You guys do great work, and really excited for this next venture for KSL Sports and to have the Fan Sports Network be a part of it.
That's the one thing that we wanted to get some comments from Trevor on. And you might have saw the headlines. I know it's made the news, and a lot of people have talked about it. But the Utah High School Activities Association and KSL have a brand new partnership. Trev, tell everybody kind of when you heard about this, your excitement level, and tell everybody what they need to know about this partnership and how they can see more of their favorite high school teams.
So it's been a whirlwind of a summer. Normally it's a little bit dead, and but then this new announcement came on board where we are now not only the streaming home of high school championships in Utah, we are also the TV home now of high school championships in Utah. And so we launched a new TV station. It is KSL Sports 5.3. So you can get that over the air and also on Comcast. And it's one of those things where it kind of came together kind of quickly. For a minute, talking to the boss, he's like, I don't know if we're going to get it. And then I come home from a meeting at his office and he's like, hey, we just got the contract. And so we're like, okay, we got to roll on this thing. And so we will now be doing televising and streaming games. And we're going to do championship events on TV across all sports, across all classifications. You will be able to have championship games not only streamed on KSLSports.com, the KSL Sports app, and on YouTube and things like that, but also you will now be able to see games televised, championship events televised, not just football and basketball. It's going to be everything. And
That's so great.
And that's where when you guys get to baseball, who's going to be doing the 4A baseball tournament? The guy's sitting right here. Yep, it'll be you guys. You guys will be on TV. Paulie, we're gonna have to work on some,
We'll make him
That's
work.
right.
Make him presentable.
I'll be clean shaven come that time, Trev.
Yeah.
Don't worry, buddy.
all right, no, we're good. No, you guys do a phenomenal job. You guys are one of our valued partners over at KSL Sports, and so I'm really excited to be able to not only showcase our production and our crews over here at KSL Sports, but also our wonderful partners. We have great partners, and you guys are definitely one of them. So along with that, we've also added Thursday night football games. So beginning tomorrow night, you will see Jeremiah Jensen, Stevenson Sylvester. They will be calling Stansbury at Skyline. That'll be live at 7 o'clock on KSLSports.com and on 5.3. And then later on 5.3 on tape delay, David James and Brian Brown are going to be calling Cedar versus Wasatch. But you can also watch that game live on KSLSports.com. So every single week, we're going to have Thursday night games with JJ and DJ. And then on Friday night, we'll obviously have our Game Night Live broadcast. And then our plethora of games throughout the entire state with our other partners, KSL Sports Rewind. And so we're going bigger and better, and it's really exciting time. There's only one place you need to catch championships here in Utah now. One place, and it's KSL Sports.
And, of course, every single game that we do of our Region 9 teams, and we've got 2 on Friday night. We've got the Lone Peak Crimson game, and then we've got Spanish Fork at Snow Canyon. Those will also be on KSLSports.com as well. So we'll continue our partnership. So it's going to be fun. If you don't have Comcast or you don't go get the over-the-air antennas, you can still just go to KSLSports.com. I mean, with technology nowadays, you can put it right on your big screen TV. It's not that much of a challenge. So don't worry. And if that's the way you've been watching them, for state championships and everything like that, then you'll just continue to do the same. Trevor Allen hanging out with us. Any other wrinkles, any other news regarding that you're really excited to share with sports fans in Southern Utah, Trev?
We're still going to do the bracket reveal show.
Okay.
And you guys will also be a part of that as we get to spring. As you guys know, it gets very chaotic. And so, and then even with basketball and things like that too, really a lot of it is just there's more football, and there's more football.
Oh,
yeah.
And you can never have too much football. Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously once we get into fall sports and all that, or into spring sports and championships and things like that, it's going to be, a lot of games are going to be live, but there's also going to be games where, as you guys know, with conflicts, you got to be able to tape delay some of them. So at some capacity, every championship game and every classification and every sport that we already stream will also be televised on KSL 5.3.
Now, I'm curious. I'm sure people thinking, will the 4A football state championships be live on TV? Do you know the answer to that question yet? Because I know in the past the other networks have done 5 and 6A, but not always done the 3A or the 4A live on TV.
Oh, 4A will be live. Absolutely, it will be live. We will be doing those games up at Rice Eccles. That's going to be a big start for us, is to have that on there. And I'll tell you this, plain and simple. I got one of those portable TVs to be able to monitor the games, like while I'm out calling games.
Cool.
I'm able to monitor to make sure that we're on TV. It's
Nice.
not very expensive. If you guys want to have, a TV to where it shows 5.3, go get it. If not, you still have everything available right at your fingertips on KSLSports.com.
Where did you buy the portable TV? And give me like a approximate price on that. What is that? $100, $500? Like, what does that cost?
$70.
The bargain shopper that is Trevor Allen.
That's awesome.
It wasn't me. It was good old Nate Dowdle. He sent me the link, and I didn't even have to pay for it. I put it on my company card.
Nice. Yeah.
Even better. Hey, while I got you, I want to talk a little Lone Peak, because I'm going to be doing the Crimson Lone Peak game. Your thoughts on the Knights? They've been a perennial powerhouse. They've looked to be a factor again. They want to make a run at a state championship. They got to come down here in the heat. Although it's not going to be 110 like it was last week, it's still going to be pretty hot and a little bit muggy on Friday night, it looks like, according to the meteorologists. Your thoughts on the Knights coming down here to face the Mustangs? Tell us a little bit about what to expect from Lone Peak.
A really good football team. Really, really good. They had a quarterback last year named Kepa Niametolu. He got hurt part of the season, so then that allowed Cruz Christensen to get reps, and he looked really good when he did play. Now he is the guy. And then they also brought over a wide receiver named Dylan Sykes, who was actually prepping in California, but he's a commit to Utah. So he's going to spend his senior season with the Knights. He's going to be a big-time target for Lone Peak. And then on defense, as every defense is for the Knights, they are just absolutely outstanding. You've got a kid who's only a sophomore. Keep an eye on this name, Kingston Stroshine. He is an absolute ball hawk. So when you guys are calling his name, you guys will be calling it a lot on Friday night. He is a kid who flies all over the field. He's really, really good. But on offense, you've got Dylan Sykes. You've got Pili Maunga, who's playing running back. You've got Sean Tahi, who's coming back as a starter last year. Ledger Holmes as a wide receiver is a dynamic playmaker as well. Pretty much Crimson's going to have their hands full. And I'm curious of how this Crimson team's going to look, because losing a guy like Major Stokes on that defensive line, it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts a lot. And for him to go up and team with Crew Jones at Orem, who is also, a 5-star, like look at that defensive line and any team that has to play Orem. Thoughts and prayers to their quarterback.
Yeah, I think Orem probably the favorite there in 5A. I mean, their defensive end that's back. He's now been moved to middle linebacker. Andy Stokes. I mean, I don't even know if he uses a play sheet. It's all in his head. Like, I've been so impressed with Andy Stokes' play calling. I think Orem's hit a home run with that hire. Lone Peak, it's Coach Brockbank, and then Ryan Denny is the defensive coordinator for the Knights, right, Trev?
That is correct, and he has been absolutely outstanding. I'm shocked that he hasn't, and maybe he doesn't want to be a head coach, but I think he should be, and any program in this state would be lucky to have him as a head coach, but he is a great mind on defense. The one thing you can always, think of whenever you watch, the Knights play is the fact that they are a great defensive team, one of the best defenses in the entire state.
Yeah.
Trevor, wanted to ask, obviously the Lone Peak loses the Pula brothers who were studs in the game against Crimson last year. Do they have anyone on offense that's going to pop like that? I mean, those guys, 4 stars, both of them by their names. Do they have anyone that's going to be a productive impact player in week 1 like that?
Yeah, a guy who stands out as far as the wide receivers is Ledger Holmes. And having Dylan Sykes come over and transfer it from I think it was Rancho Cucamonga or something like that.
Yep.
He's the real deal. And you fans who also happen to like the Lone Peak Knights, they're going to enjoy watching this kid play. I think that those are going to be the dynamic duo of guys who are going to be catching passes from Cruz Christensen.
What about the region up there? I saw Lone Peak was picked 3rd behind Sky Ridge and Corner Canyon. Obviously, Eric Kerr is now at Weber State, and Casey Cetera is up there as the head coach of the Chargers, but they don't miss a beat. They're still the favorite in that region.
Yeah, you might as well just call that the SEC of high school football. Someone else said that, so that wasn't coming from me, but I agree with that 100%. I would think of Region 3 as Region 9 is in basketball. Where it's just stacked across the board. Anyone can beat anyone. The fact that you have American Fork and Lehigh bringing up the rear in that preseason poll, it's crazy because both of them went to the quarters, and then usually 3 out of the 4 semifinalists feature Region 3 teams. So what you're going to get out of Region 3. It's an absolute gauntlet. But it also makes their rating and their ranking a lot better at the end of the season just for playing those games.
Trev, you go back to your early days. You've been in the sports media landscape in the state of Utah. You grew up in the state of Utah. How much has football improved since you started covering it? Because I look at it down here in the 20 years I've been here, and yes, we had some studs down here 20 years ago, but they're just bigger, faster, stronger nowadays. There's just so much technology. There's so much more time spent in the weight room and year-round on sports training for specific sports. It's been fun to see Utah kind of get on the map, and we're starting to see Utah and BYU really compete at a high level in the Big 12, and both fan bases are excited about what could be an electric year for Coach Satake and Coach Scally.
Yeah, no, it's gone leaps and bounds ahead. Like, it's crazy to see like guys like Puka Nakua, who was setting records at Orem High School. Now he's an all-pro wide receiver for the Rams. Seeing Jackson Dart getting his time to shine with the Giants, and just seeing all of this talent, and it's crazy. I think I heard from Sam Farnsworth or Jeremiah Jensen, because they do our locals in the NFL, but the state of Utah per capita produces more players to the NFL than any other state.
So let that resonate. That's a big stat.
I mean, you're probably going to see Crew Jones in the NFL. You're probably going to see Major Stokes in the NFL. You're probably going to see, some of these other guys go into the league. But not only that, just playing high-powered, college football. Like West has a quarterback who just committed to Michigan, and Michigan has a sophomore quarterback already. So for that, he's like, I'm going to go in. I'm going to go compete for that job with Bryce Underwood. And so, just to see the talent, it's gone miles ahead from what it was years ago. It's really fun to see, and also see kids who are going to who are going to play college football at either Utah, BYU, or wherever, transfer to Utah to play their senior year, really speaks to the volumes of the programs that we have in the state.
Trevor Allen, KSL Sports. Check out KSLSports.com. Check out the new TV station on Comcast and over the air. 5.3. KSL's rolled that out. Your new home for not just the streaming postseason, but for everything TV and streaming. It's KSL. I saw Ryan Bishop on there with some comments. It seemed like UHSAA was ecstatic to partner with you guys, and this seems like a seamless transition, and a great new partnership is now formed.
It really is, and Ryan. It was one of his first days on the job where he got the contracts of all the proposals of all the outlets who wanted to or who was bidding on those rights, and he said it was a no-brainer to go with KSL, and now we got to deliver. But one other thing I want to do before I leave, Devin, is I want to thank all of your guys as viewers and listeners down in St. George, especially for baseball. Shattered records.
Yep.
Shattered records. But now the bar's set high for you guys.
Right.
I know when you shared the streaming numbers from the state baseball tournament, and just to peel back the curtains and give our listeners, we had over 111,000 viewers for a Desert Hills Crimson game to see who played Snow Canyon in the best of 3 state championship. And we had over it was north of 350,000 total views for the state baseball tournament. So there was some big numbers from baseball. That was a lot of fun.
It was around 400,000, by the way.
Yeah.
Stop selling yourself.
He was being modest. Yeah. He's a very humble guy.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't tell Paulie that many people were watching, or he would have been more nervous.
Yeah, that's right. I would have had stage fright.
Which is why I always do it afterwards. I always tell you guys afterwards because I want everyone to experience Paul Ratliff and the word wizard.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Paul, I didn't get anything today. I thought I was going to.
Oh yeah, well,
on word today.
I'm kind of churning more at those tournaments. The mind's working at a higher capacity.
Turning and burning at the tournaments.
I got these two to help me in here, Trevor. I can take it easy.
Yeah,
he's only had one cup of coffee today too.
Well,
that's right.
I'm just really happy that everyone's going to be able to see Tara and Paul on TV now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially Tara.
Yeah, especially Tara.
Yeah. Paul, yeah.
That
was nice of you, Trevor. That was very nice of you, Trev. Thank you.
It was very nice.
Yeah, now Paulie can't get his head out of the studio door. He's going to hit his head on the door.
Yeah, that's right.
Trevor Allen, KSL. Trev, always love having you on the show. We'll talk again. We'll have you on again throughout the season on occasion, buddy, and excited about the new partnership, and thanks for jumping on with us.
Whenever you guys want, I'll be here for you guys. Thank you guys for everything.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
Got to take a break. Back in a flash. Winding down hour 2 on the Fan Sports Network after a quick timeout. At our Media Day coverage, and now joining us live at Texas Roadhouse, Devin Dixon, Paul Ratliff, and the Desert Hills Thunder. And we've got Coach Tanner Baldery. We'll get to the players. We got 5 players. We're going to drill them with a bunch of questions. We're going to get to know the team. But, Coach, I'd like to start with you and just kind of give us an overall preview of the Thunder, some players to watch, who's shining in camp. Obviously, first year. I'd like to start, though, with kind of just the process of how you landed the job. I know we've had you on the show before, but people that don't know you, former BYU Cougar, played for Bronco for 2 years, and then Kalani 2 years, and your first head coaching job is Desert Hills. Big shoes to fill.
Yeah, it's a lot. I'm very excited, though.
You look at, Carl Frankie, who's back on your staff.
Yes.
He kind of started the program, and then you look at Coach Murdoch, and Rick Barry won a championship just a couple years, and then most recently Coach Taps, and now it's yours to run with. How is camp going, and give us a preview of the Thunder?
It's been really good. It's been an experience to have to look at the overall picture. Obviously, being in the past, either coaching a position or just being a coordinator, you're looking at a group of guys or a half of the ball. It's a new experience for me, just looking at it holistically and saying, is everything where we need it to be, from offense to defense to special teams? Large part of why I was excited that Coach Frankie agreed to help and work with us this year and be a part of the staff is because he's an amazing leader in his own right and has that ownership of the offense and takes a lot off of my shoulders as a first-year head coach.
Now, are you going to call the defense, or are you going to delegate that?
I love calling the defense. That's my jam. That's my thing.
Is it a smooth transition, though, once you got the job because you were already on staff? That has its advantages.
Yes. Yeah, I obviously have the relationship with the players. They know me. I know them. We work really well together, and we were able to keep a large part of the staff still the same. The good highlights we were able to keep around, and we were able to bring in some new coaches as well. That I think have only boosted and helped us as a team to prepare for this coming season.
Coach, obviously a down season last year. There's no secrets about that. But the culture and rebuilding the brand, what have been the key things you've done and some of the fundamental building blocks that this team is learning under your tutelage?
No, that's a great question. And I feel bad. I probably harp on this, and they hear it from me every single day. I told them yesterday I'm not a TED talker. I just say the same message over and over again. But for me, it's just the mentality and the effort. Like, I tell them there's statistics about kids in their generation that are only willing to give 75%, and that's the average. And if they want to be average, they do what everyone else does. But if you're going to be above average, if you're going to be special, if you're going to stand out, you can't do what the rest of your generation is doing. You have to rise above that. And so we harp on that a ton. That's a big message from me. Our motto this year is built, not born. And to me, that's a huge emphasis on you don't walk on the field and immediately get a win. You earn it with what you do in the weight room. You earn it at practice, and then you still have to even go out on the field and earn it again.
Could have fooled me. He's not a good talker. I think he's downplaying the TED Talk thing a little bit. Coach, are you further ahead than you sat around since you got the job and you've thought about how fall camp's going to go and your first year as a head coach? Right now, today, about a week away from the start of the season, are you further ahead than you thought you'd be at this point with the guys?
So far through the last 2 weeks, we've had our good and bad days. I think we've had more good than bad. There's obviously been days where the days are long, they're sore, they're tired. We're given a lot mentally, both on the offensive and defensive side, and so we have our down days still. But I think generally speaking, as a team, we're trending in the right direction. I'm very excited about where we're headed. I don't think I'll ever be satisfied, but I do think we're at a point where we're going to be successful, but I still want more.
Coach, what is the fundamental brand that you're trying to build at Desert Hills? What is the one thing you want other teams to know after they play Desert Hills?
Just if you're going to play us, it's going to hurt. It's going to be a hard game. Win or lose, you're going to feel the game the next day. We've always been a very physical team, run first on the offense. We like to hit and on the defense and play smart football on both sides. I don't want anything to come easy when you play Desert Hills football.
Coach, you're the only team, I think, out of the 6 that we're going to talk to today that has already had kind of their black and gold scrimmage game. You guys did that back on Monday. Everybody else is tonight, tomorrow night, or Saturday night. What did you glean through and go back and watch that you really loved?
Yeah, that's a great question. I am glad we did it a little bit earlier. We got to evaluate everyone in the style and way that we held our black and gold scrimmage. We got the 1s, 2s, and 3s, a lot of playing time doing it that way so we could see where everyone was at. It was cool to see. We split up our teams as evenly as we could, and by doing so, we were able to take the pieces and see, okay, who stands out when they're given an opportunity to stand out a little more isolated without the surrounding help. And that was a really cool thing to see, to sit down with Frankie and say, hey, these are the positives, these are the things that stood out to us, and these are some things that we need to work on. These are some kids, maybe second or third string, that got a chance, and showed, hey, this is where they shine, this is where they still struggle, and this is where we need to go with them.
All right, we'll circle back to Coach Baldery in just a minute. We'll pick his brain about what he learned from Bronco and Kalani later. But let's meet the guys. Let's chat with them while we got a lot of time here. Desert Hills joining us during our Media Day coverage, and Seth Brown first up. And Seth, look, Isaac had almost 100 yards a game last year, but it sounds like, and you got some time last year. It sounds like you guys are going to move Andresen around a little bit, and you're going to be getting a lot of totes this year. Does that excite you?
Yeah, it does. And sorry, I'm bad at interviews, but yeah, I'm very excited, and I've always loved the position running back because, I mean, I don't know, I love the adrenaline and just having the ball and having almost everybody on the field try to want to tackle me, and scoring touchdowns is just the best feeling in the world, and yeah.
Let's get you good at interviews. What's your mom's name?
Tony Brown.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'11".
See, this is easy. How much can you bench press?
265.
Okay. See, this is you're just answering questions. We're sitting here having some Texas Roadhouse rolls here, baby. How's the O-line looking? What do you got up front to run behind?
They're looking good. I love them, and I have a good relationship with them, and I'm very dependent on them, so I have to. I mean they're big boys. I love them, and I think they're gonna do good this year. So.
And Seth, obviously, the Desert Hills coach mentioned it. It's been a school that's run the football with Titan Mason, with Isaac last year. What does it mean to just be the next running back in the line of great Thunder running backs?
I mean, it's a lot of pressure. I always, like, as a freshman, I always looked up to Titan, and because he was just so good, and I really, like, he was kind of my idol, and he kind of still is. And Isaac, just to see Isaac kind of do similar things to what Titan did, it's like I want to, I have the responsibility to kind of do what they did, and I gave out my all to for, like, every practice and every game, and I always will, and yeah.
Let's go over to Brady. Pass the mic over there. And good to talk to you. You did a great job. That's Seth Brown. You're going to hear him a lot on the Fan Sports Network this year. And what's going on, buddy? You look big. You look strong. You look like you didn't miss a meal or a weight room session this offseason. How's that been coming along?
I appreciate that. It's been awesome just throughout end of junior year. I've put on like 30 pounds, hopefully mostly muscle. But it's been great. I haven't missed a workout. Gotten a lot stronger throughout the offseason, and going over to Desert Hills Weights and getting in that great program. It's been awesome. Really improved.
What was it like for you, transferring, moving across town, and your quarterback? You guys do have some familiarity there. You and Deacon Virgin, who he's not here right now, but you guys kind of are going to be probably cohesive because you've already played together.
Yeah. Just both of us coming over, and even the Malfowl brothers, we all have the same mindset coming into it, that we're going to work as hard as we can and really buy into the program. And it's just been awesome being able to play with them and keep my brothers from Dixie and be able to make new ones at Desert Hills.
Brady, what is your strength as a tight end? Are you more of a blocker? Do you like to get out and run routes, make big catches? Like, what do you pride yourself on as a tight end?
Really, my biggest strength is pass catching and route running. I pride myself on my speed for my size. I love being one of the fastest, and just keep working on that. But this offseason, really the best thing has been run blocking for me. We've really pounded that into me this offseason, and I've gotten a lot better. It's great for me to be able to have different looks and be able to get better at something that was kind of my weakness last year, and being able to strengthen it so much that now it's kind of there with my pass catching game.
This is a little different question, but who is your biggest fan? Because I saw on Monday night, I snuck over, you had, I don't know, 6, 8 family members. They were all going bananas. So which one is your biggest fan? I couldn't tell if it was mom, dad, one of your sisters. I don't know.
I'd say my biggest fan is my mom.
Okay.
She's always been there for me. She's always believed in me no matter what, always gotten me into training and stuff. She'll say, hey, do you want to get with this trainer? Do you want to go to this workout? I mean, she's kind of like my manager at this point. I love her. But
Mom slash manager. I like
momager.
that.
Yep.
Yeah, momager. A momager. We just created a new, it's a polyism right there. Put that in the Webster dictionary. What's your favorite meal Mom cooks?
Dude, I gotta say the Cajun chicken pasta, man. It's one of my favorites.
Can Paulie and I come over for that?
Anytime.
I love it. I love it. All right, let's keep it moving. Introduce your teammate here. Hold on, Brady. We had some fun earlier with some other players. Introduce your next teammate. Let's see how good you are. A little radio in your future.
This is my boy Asher Snow. He's a dog coming off of a couple of injuries. He's been waiting for his turn. He's been hungry to get after it this season, so it's finally healthy and ready to go.
Pretty dialed in. Pretty not Bruce Buffer, but I mean, it was good. It was good. Asher, talk to me a little bit about the change in coaching staff from last year to this year. What's the biggest change from a player's perspective?
I love the new change. I've always loved Coach B. He's always been like my look up to guy. I've always gone to him for anything that I've needed. And my freshman year, he was my D-line coach. And I've loved every second being a player for him. And to have him as my head coach is like a dream.
Asher down in the trenches on the D line. What player in the NFL do you emulate your game to? Is there any guy you look up to in the NFL that you kind of try and pattern your game after?
I've always watched Aaron Donald, Aiden Hutchinson.
Excuse me.
Anyone like that. I love those guys depending on where I'm playing because I play all around. If I'm inside, I'm looking at AD. If I'm outside, I'm looking at Aiden Hutch.
I'm only kidding because I'm a Seahawks fan. So that if you would have said Leonard Williams, Big Cat, I would have got excited. If he's coming back, watch out for the NFC West. Asher, how hot has it been, man? Take me through two-a-days in St. George. It's been like 112, 113. That means the turf. I don't even know how hot the turf temperature is. How many cleats do you go through in fall camp?
It's been hot out there. I mean, like our heat acclimation, it was way hot, but when we're out there, you kind of just forget about the heat at a certain point. And, I mean, it's not too hard. I've been going through it for 4 years. It's hot, but it's not unbearable.
Pass the mic over to Ethan. Let's bring in Ethan here, junior. Wait, no, Ethan, you're a junior, right?
Yep.
All right. How's your studies going? Like sophomore, junior year, the toughest, right? Then you can cruise.
Yeah, sophomore year was pretty easy. I mean, not a lot of hard classes. Yeah.
4.0 GPA?
Not quite, but
okay. Make it sound like you're a whiz kid or something. I love it, man. Talk to me about your excitement level for the season with the new staff and some new teammates, new culture with Coach Baldery. Just your excitement level for the upcoming year.
I mean, I'm really excited. There's a lot of teams I really want to get my get back at. Like, I had to miss Snow Canyon game, and I really want to make that game back tenfold.
How is the rivalries in Region 9 right now? I mean, you see them in the sevens, you see them at SU team camp, you know these guys, you're familiar with them, and then is that even talked about in the locker room, or is it just like next team up, let's go, and they're just a number and an opponent?
I mean, it's kind of both. I mean, a lot of us grew up with the guys we're playing against, especially with all the transfers and stuff. But, I mean, any team in region is a rival.
Yeah, I think simply put, right? So, Ethan, in the trenches, you're a defensive lineman. What's one offensive lineman around the region that you look forward to going against this year?
I mean, some of the guys, all around region, no one really compares to our O-line, honestly. Like, the most competition I've had is from ourself. But I know Snow Canyon has some dogs. Pineview, whole new freshman O-line. I'm really just excited to go against anyone.
That's a great answer because I thought you were going to give poster board material, but you were just giving credit to your guys, and then you complimented. This guy is smart. Like 3.99. It's not a 4.0, but he's smart. All right, pass the mic to JJ over there. JJ, what's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good.
You're sitting here listening to all your teammates talk. What stood out to you? What answer did you like the best from these guys? Anything stand out?
I loved how they're all confident of how we love our team, how the culture's been changing us, and I love how we're also happy to play football and we're ready to go against the next team.
You were a tackling machine last year, but you moved, new school. How's the acclimation going? Moving across the region, has that been hard in some ways, easier in other ways?
Desert Hill's definitely made a big difference for me. Culture was so much different. It was a very eye opener. Just made me want to push harder to compete and win for this team.
JJ, he mentioned tackling machine last year. What's your best quality as a linebacker? Sideline to sideline, getting downhill. What is your best quality, you think?
I say my best quality is my reads, honestly. My reads take me to my spots to make those tackles and get those big plays for my team.
Is the goal for you to play college football? You getting any offers yet?
Yes, sir. I've gotten one so far.
Oh, there you go. Desert Hills, we're getting up against the clock here, but a little taste of Coach Baldery and some of the players. Again, you can go watch your favorite teams or all of them on the fansportsnetwork.com or go to our YouTube page. Just search the Fan Sports Network and make sure you subscribe. Great show today. Paulie, rate the show.
Monumental improvement from yesterday. I'm going to go 9-6.
Ty Hyatt was great. Trevor Allen was great. Tomorrow we will be getting out and having some fun with fall camp coverage. We did this last Friday. We're going to do it again. Tomorrow we'll be at Greater Zion Stadium live from 7 to 9. A lot of special guests, coaches, players, getting you ready for the upcoming Utah Tech season. For Paul, for Tara, I'm Devin. You guys have a great one. We'll see you tomorrow from Greater Zion. Have a good Wednesday, everybody.